Hello, I'm SquidofLove, welcome back. We are going to take a quick look at the Anvil Hurricane today, the newest addition to the Star Citizen universe, a small spacecraft that can pack a deadly punch. The Hurricane is described as a glass cannon, and this is because it trades armor and defenses in general for more firepower and speed, something that will help you deal enough damage to your targets and hopefully get out of the area as fast as possible. The idea behind this small fighter is not to stay in a fight and trade blows with your target, but to deliver your firepower and get out as fast as possible. This isn't a ship that was designed for a fair fight, and from its stats and characteristics it is clear that this little vessel is best used in a group. Swarming your target with a group of these little fighters, attacking your enemies with a swarm of hurricanes, is going to be devastating, since the firepower each one of these little vessels can carry can destroy even the biggest and strongest opponents. Let's go ahead now and take a good look at the stats of the Anvil Hurricane. It has a maximum crew of 2 persons, a pilot and a dedicated gunner on the turret. After all, there isn't enough space inside the vessel, only the cockpit and the room for the gunner, so they can operate from there. Its length is at 22 meters and its mass is at 15,500 kilograms. It is intentionally small and light, so it will have enough maneuverability and speed and will be able to dance around its targets, deliver its firepower, and avoid being hit. After all, your goal as a Hurricane pilot will always be to avoid being hit by your enemies, because that will mean certain death. The heart of this little vessel is, of course, its firepower, which I have to say is quite impressive for a small vessel like the Hurricane. It has 2 size 4 hardpoints on the nose and a size 3 man turret above the hull with 4 size 3 hardpoints, so we can understand that it can be equipped with some really strong weapons and deal enough damage to your targets by itself. Now imagine using it in a group of hurricanes, how devastating it can be. And of course, it also carries missiles. It comes with 2 size 3 missile hardpoints that are equipped with 4 size 2 missiles in total, 2 on each pylon. The default loadout of the Anvil Hurricane consists of 6 size 3 11 series broadswords and 4 Ignite size 2 missiles. A great starting loadout for this little vessel that can be upgraded and provide you with much better results. The defenses of the ship are not that impressive though, and after all, this is why it is described as a glass cannon. It has only 2 size 1 shields that will not keep you alive if the enemy keeps firing at you and hitting you, and its armor is not very significant. So your goal as a Hurricane pilot should always be to avoid being hit. And if you think you can achieve that, then this ship might be a very good option for you. 1 main and 10 maneuvering thrusters hopefully will be enough to provide you with all the necessary speed and maneuverability to escape from your targets after you have delivered your firepower. What I really like about this concept, about the Anvil Hurricane, is the fact that it has some history behind it. It was first manufactured in order to help humanity against the Tevari in the Second Human-Tevaran War. And because humans were struggling back then to deal with the phalanx shield tech of the Tevarin, the Hurricane was created for that role, to deliver its firepower at the right moment, at the right weak spot of the enemy, and bring down the enemy vessel, bring down the enemy fleet. Today, Anvil is bringing back the Hurricane in order to help humanity for one more time, this time against the Vandal menace. The goal, the idea behind this little ship is to limit the time of engagement against Vandal and increase the survivability of the human pilot. And this can only be achieved by supreme firepower, the supreme firepower that the Hurricane, the Anvil Hurricane, can carry. Some extra features we should mention is the fact that it comes with a jump drive and a quantum drive. These are both mentioned in the additional equipment of the vessel, so it will be possible to grab your Hurricane and go around the system, travel around the system. I don't know if it is going to be wise to be alone with your Hurricane, but it will be possible. But also the entry point for the cockpit and the turret are under the belly of the ship, a very similar entry point to that of the Gladiator. This is the Anvil Hurricane, a glass cannon with enough firepower to destroy stronger, bigger and better protected enemies, but very weak if you are hit. So it will be a very good option, a very good choice for good pilots that know what they are doing and can maneuver around their targets without being hit. If you think you can use this vessel effectively and take advantage of its stats and characteristics and use it properly in the way it should be used, I think this is going to be an amazing tool in your hands. To be honest, I can see the Hurricane being used mostly in groups, offensive groups, if you want to destroy a bigger enemy, if you want to destroy his escort, for example. Pirate groups are going to benefit a lot from these little vessels and their firepower. It will be easy to attack a convoy, a trading convoy, destroy the escort, the mercenaries, and then raid the freighters. But it is also going to be an excellent option for every military organization that wants to achieve a goal and is looking for a cheap, affordable vessel that can hit hard. So this was the Anvil Hurricane, a small vessel with impressive firepower but not very good defenses. I think it is going to be a very hard vessel to master, but it could produce some impressive as well results. Let me know what you think of the vessel, if you like the design, if you like the firepower and the lack of armor, or if you would like to buy one, or if you have already bought one, and of course if you would love to have one in the verse later. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.